Okay, everyone gets a little nervous when I have the mic. But the hardest thing about these kind of speeches is the stress you feel about forgetting someone. So I just want to say, I don't want to forget anyone. So I put my information on several cards, and I'm hoping that I can just honor all the people that have made such a wonderful difference in my life. To the ladies that wanted to see the pole, I'm really sorry, but the pole causes such havoc. You know, people get really nervous when I start swinging around on a pole. I don't understand. All right, it was probably more dangerous with the cameraman, and I was more worried about the cameraman. Yeah, so I'm so glad you're still standing. I wasn't, but you are. All right. So anyway, I just wanted to let you know how I even began this whole journey. For a couple of years, I spent much time with my TV remote and the couch, watching Hallmark and Lifetime movies, throwing myself a pity party because not only was I growing older, but life had thrown me some major curveballs. So as I was sitting there and my sister came in, she said, "You have to get out of this room, stop watching Hallmark, stop crocheting. How many things can you crochet?" I learned this hard lesson. Life has no remote. You have to get up and change it. So my life started to change when I opened new doors of opportunity by going back to school, and let me tell you, that was no easy feat, going back with a bunch of 26-year-olds who knew how to do all the assignments a lot quicker because they used Google. I was going on my memory. But anyway, so I earned a couple of degrees, and the other opportunity I took was entering the pageant in 2018. I met so many wonderful people, and I was so honored to come in first place and win Miss Congeniality, which meant more to me than anything. In 2019, take two. I went back into the pageant. It was nerve-wracking because, you know, I came in first the last year. Where was it going to go, either up or down? And I was just hoping it was on the way up. So I was so honored to win the title and also to win Miss Congeniality once again. Then, as soon as I finally win a title, doesn't COVID come along? All right, so I had like 3 months where I actually got to do wonderful parades. Thank you to all those wonderful queens that joined me. And I was just thrilled. But then COVID came along and I had to go find being on the throne in another aspect. Basically really dealing with the numerous amounts of people that were ill and everything else that came along with the pandemic. I just have to tell you that being part of the New Jersey Cameo Club has been a wonderful experience. I've had a blast at the showcases. I love interacting with audiences, although when I first mentioned that I was going to go out in the crowd, people got really nervous. But I have to tell you that as we were doing it more and more, it really became wonderful to have people that normally didn't want to get up out of their chair and want to dance with me. And, you know, it was wonderful. You know, I wasn't in a wallflower anymore. It was just gorgeous. So I have to say, I just loved every minute of being a queen. And I appreciate all of those wonderful people in my life that accept me for who I am. Basically, anybody in my life knows who I am. There's always chaos that follows. I would like to take this opportunity to thank so many people that have made such a difference. And I'm going to start by honoring them now. First of all, I'd like all the Cameo Club sisters to stand up, please. Would you please stand up? Everybody thinks it's about winning. Thank you. Everybody thinks it's about winning the crown. But so many people that don't wear the crown do so much to serve our organization. They are what makes this happen. So I want to thank Jane, Pat, Jerry, Joanne, Carolyn, Sheila, Dorothy, Joan, Donna King, Donna Kaufman, Carol, Grace, Dale, Geraldine, Rose, Norma, Sherry, Terry, Denise, Mary, Susie, Dolores Puzio, Jerry Rizzo, Amini, Johan, Luana, Millie, Doris, Renee, Agnes, Kay, Marge, Leah, Bernadette, and Nancy. Yeah. Thank you, ladies. I would like to thank Dr. Mott and his wife Betsy for providing us with this wonderful opportunity. If Dr. Mott didn't have his vision, I might be doing rocking chair acrobatics. So I want to thank him for inspiring us that you don't have to throw the towel in after 60. I'm in better shape now than I was when I was 26. Right, Nat? Right, okay.
You just can't see because I'm here.
Yes. Okay, our reigning Miss Senior America, Esmeralda. Henrik, I just love how genuine you are. Thank you. How I loved the little thing you did about being the quarantine queen, your sense of humor, and how you own that stage. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for all your hard work. And of course, the New Jersey Cameo Board for their ongoing work and dedication to this organization. I've got to start with recognizing the person that started life with me in the uterus. Okay, we shared a uterus. My poor mother didn't even know we were in there, but she soon found out that we were the dynamic duo. My twin sister, Natalie, has been the wind beneath my wings. You know, it's intimidating to go up against all this talent, all these wonderful, beautiful, float-on-air queens that know how to put makeup on and wear heels. And I would get very easily intimidated, but I get these texts from my sister Natalie from the back. Get your head in the game. What are you thinking? You got this. And I'll tell you, she goes to bed thinking of choreography for me. She brings me to new heights that I never knew I could achieve. So she has choreographed almost all the routines. And again, I wasn't able to show a whole lot of the choreography because of the layout and also, and what is your name, Mr. Cameraman? What's your name? David. David, wow. You know, you were better than my prom date. At least you stayed by my side. So David, you were there, man. All right, but Natalie, I can't thank you. I wouldn't be here without you today. Your fiance, Bill, the things you do for me at the garage when I'm putting up the pole and I'm swinging from the beams, and you said, Debbie, do you need a spotter? Or Bill comes and says, are you still alive? So I can't thank them enough. My sister Amy, who couldn't be here today, but she always provided me with a car for the parades, and she hooked me up with Longport Auxiliary. She, you know, has been, again, just a supporter and loves me for everything that I bring to the table. Thank you to my sisters. My brother Aaron, who creates some things for the stage. Of course, what did I do? But forget to put it on the pole. So all that hard work, well, I was in a little bit of a rush. But anyway, so he created so many things for me. And then, of course, oh my goodness, the day I brought the pole to the pageant, the crew couldn't bring the pole to the stage because of legalities. That's why, girls, I couldn't bring the pole today, or else we would have been on the pole, all of us. So the thing that the legalities are amazing, but my sister, who I would put her in the Army. I think our country would be in great defense. She was back there. She brought Tyler, Angela, Sabrina, and the four of them carried a 250-pound pole into the middle of the stage, and they disappeared like really quick. So thank you, because you made that possible for me. And of course, my mother-in-law and my son, who came to a lot of the pageants to support me. All my family, friends, co-workers that support me day in and day out, I can't thank you enough. And now, I gotta get to the hard part. recognizing the wonderful board I worked with in the first and second years. Johan. Terry, don't freak out back there. I'm going to speak from the heart. So I met Johan in a Starbucks in Medford. I came in my dorky school nurse outfit. You know, the same khaki pants and polo shirt I'd wear day in and day out to deal with the hormonal teenagers in the high school setting. You know, in walks Johan, dressed to the nines. And I'm like, what the heck am I getting myself into, you know? I don't even know which shoes to put with what pants. So she walks in so gracefully, she sits down, and from the very first moment I met you, Johan, there was a genuine, absolutely spectacular person, inside and out. As gorgeous as she's on the outside, she's even more gorgeous on the inside. And the challenges you faced, and you've done it with such elegance and grace, and despite everything, you always had the most positive attitude. Who does that but Johan Santori? Terry Mead. Oh my goodness, Terry Mead. One of the best moments of my life was spending the day with Terry Mead. I have never seen such a whirlwind of activity. And people say I have ADD? Oh my goodness. She took me to a thrift store where all of a sudden I'm in this thrift store with these evening gowns, and you know, I'm not ashamed to say, well, you know, they're great buys. Yeah. She's throwing me, try this one on, try that one, try that one. I don't care, just put it on, put it on. And I'm trying all, and she goes, oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. I'm so glad I brought cash that day. I can't tell you how many dresses I left with. Of course, then COVID hit and I couldn't wear them. So I'll be donating them, I'm sure. And I have to tell you, Terry is the first one that supported my ideas. I'll tell you, when I mentioned that we wanted to interact with the crowd, that it was one of my goals when I did that. You know, there were a lot of eye rollers, you know, like I thought I was in the seizure clinic or something. You know, I was like, anybody want some Dilantin? Because I don't know what's going on here. So anyway, Terry was the first, among some others, to get up and actually dance with me so that it would entice the audience to also get up and dance with us. So Terry, I can't thank you enough for your feistiness. This woman has so much energy and passion for the organization, and what she does behind the scenes is just incredible. It's 24/7, you know, 24/7, in addition to dealing with so many challenges she has at the home. So, I can't. She really tried to transform me from Eliza Doolittle to My Fair Lady. We almost got there, except for the walking. I can't float on air. I just can't do it. Carolyn Slade Harden, right here. Carolyn mentored me in for the national pageant. She helped me write my bio so well that I didn't think it was for me. You know, who is this person on this bio? She reconstructed my life history that I even enjoyed it. So I have to say, she just is another warm, genuine person that smiles. The smile lights up your eyes, and it's truly from within. We are so lucky that you represent Senior America as a past national queen. I mean, you are everything Senior America stands for. I love you. Leah Welland, can you stand up, Leah? Leah, can you stand up? Leah, this is a woman who actually survived my driving, right? I would pick Leah up to go to showcases, and we would have the best chats, especially as I was going through many transitions in life. Your words of wisdom, the fact that you don't gasp every time I made a U-turn and you know, sometimes, maybe holding on to the handle, yeah, but she actually said, I'll drive with you again. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being my friend. Thank you for the wonderful car trips. Thank you. Carol Lilly? I hope I didn't. Carol for actually supporting the fact that I'm an athlete. And we would always say, we're athletes, right, Carol? We'd always say we're athletes. And this woman, let me tell you what, she defies gravity, has the best legs ever. Yes, so, and I'll tell you what, you just, again, represent Senior America in the most positive, beautiful manner. No one's gonna dread getting older because we take a look at you and say, there's no reason to dread it. Thank you for everything, Carol. Josephine, can you stand up? Josephine, hey Josephine. Josephine is also another wonderful person that has made a super difference in my life. Not only did she tell me, Debbie, sometimes it's better to lip sync than sing. But let me tell you, I learned a lot from that shaking of the hip in the chorus. Yep. And your passion, your sense of humor, and your feistiness. Who couldn't fall in love with you, Josephine? I know I did. And Denise back there. Denise, what can I say? First of all, she never has a bad hair day. Second of all, as much as I try to annoy her, you just can't annoy her. It's like she has this wonderful personality and it just never, ever, ever, it never stops. And, even if you make a last change in music or there's a computer glitch, you're there for everybody, your communications with everybody. Amazing. All right. Thank you, Denise. I love you. Never change who you are. Back to the glasses. All right. And I just want to add that one of the best days of my life was when these women, Leah, Joanne, Terry, Josephine, and Denise, they got together and they made me, they were like my moms for the day. They dressed me, they fed me, they tried to help me to walk, everything. They made my day so spectacular. And the last person I want to recognize is Joanne Gordon, wherever she may be. Oh, Joanne Gordon. Joanne Gordon, I just love, what do you always say about your first marriage? Your first marriage lasted, about the shoes, yes.
My first Mac, I had shoes that lasted longer than my first.
She had shoes that lasted longer than her first marriage. I just love it. But this is a woman that can go out into the audience and just has this charisma, she brings like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood with her. Everything is calm and serene and happy, and I'm like, wow, maybe, did you ever think about mental health? Like, go into one of these facilities and just bring that serenity and happiness and positivity. You have no idea, all these ladies, I put you on my pedestal of honor, all of you. And the last person, truly the last news just I have to recognize is you, Sherry. You, yes, taking all those pictures, telling me to walk with my sternum first really helped me, right? Because basically that's all I have is a sternum. But anyway, I've tried to walk with my chest up, giving me that support at nationals, because nationals it's really, I'm there with the experts. So Sherry, thank you, and thank you for everything you do for the organization. All right, and I have to have this young lady stand up. She's going to hate me for it. Caitlin Tompkins, can you stand up, please? Caitlin. Caitlin has been, she brought me into the present with technology. She would text me many times a day, say, did you enter this contest? Did you enter that contest? If it wasn't for her, I probably would never have known about the New Jersey Talent Contest. She's been so supportive. I mean, this young lady is working and doing so many things that people of her age do, but she finds the time for me. And Caitlin, I can't thank you enough for being there for me. All of it. So I just want to tell you that without you, so many things weren't possible, so thank you for promoting me the way you have. Thank you. And I always live by this saying, capture the good times, develop from the negative, and if things don't work out, just take another shot. And now I want you to watch this video, and this is where my second shot led me.